48 hours, though, it became very clear that the murder of Ryan Carson is about more than what Ryan Carson did or failed to do at 4 p.m. on Monday in Brooklyn. The response to Carson's killing from the corners of the left, from Carson's friends to local politicians to the media, doesn't simply tell us that the leftists are hopelessly naive and ignorant of very real threats to our lives. This is bigger than that. And my argument is they only care about power. The response to Carson's death and killing also makes it clear that the left simply don't care about human life or humanity in general. If you're reading this in the comment section, you're watching this on the replay, let me know your thoughts. Do you think this statement is true by Matt Walsh? I agree with this statement. I don't believe they don't care. Because at the end of the day, I talk about how affirmative action causes more harm for black people than good. Right? You setting up black people to be in positions where they can't be competitive. You setting up for black people where they're more likely to fail at it because you lowered the bar for them, aka setting them up for a higher rate of failure. Studies show when affirmative action was implied in, I think it was Carnegie Mellon, the black dropout rate increased higher than when before. It was like, it makes no sense. Meritocracy wins. Hey, you want people who are actually capable of hanging in college to go to college. But if you want to lower the standard because you have this weird view that going to college will make them smarter, I got news to tell you. College don't make you smart. A large minority of people show no academic improvement after graduating from college. 40%. So college doesn't improve people. You ain't going to go in there in college. College is not a training arc and then you come out like Goku out of the hyperbolic time chamber. That's not college. College is as you come is usually how you leave. The only thing difference is you got a degree, you got a little, it's just a status thing. It's just a mark of approval. To me, college acts more as a gatekeeper for your economic success than an institution that prepares you for success. But the left don't listen because they don't care. They don't care if it actually improves people's lives or not. They care that you're doing it, that you're complying. The left cares more about you saying 2 + 2 = 5 than actually sticking up for 2 + 2 being right. That's the left. So I agree with this statement. The left don't care about human lives or humanity in general. They only care about exercising their power. This is Matt Walsh, if you're just coming in. We know that because they're not even going through the motions of demonstrating some pretense of concern for Carson, much less the policies that led to his death, they don't care. What this means is that leftism is collectivism. We all know this. In every sense and every level, it views its own adherents not as people, but as replaceable, fungible cogs in a revolution, which is true. This is the dangers of collectivist thinking. If a society fails to protect the smallest minority in the country, that's the individual, right? I'm gonna put myself as an example, right? Technically, I'm a victim class, right? I can play off my skin color and get sympathy from people. The problem here is that if I disagree with the majority of black people, because technically as a conservative, I'm a minority in a minority. So let's look at some stats. Majority of black people are what? Democrats, 90%. That means I'm part of the 10%. That means I'm only part of 10% of a minority group. So because I don't agree with 90% of my own group, am I black? That's a question for you black liberals that might come and see this video. Am I black? Yes, I'm black. Because my blackness or my race or my skin color is not determined by my politics. It's not determined by my behavior. If I say I don't like fried chicken, it doesn't make me less black than someone who said they do like fried chicken. Behaviors do not dictate race. And this is a big problem that I have in our current culture today, is because there's a lot of this, we trying to mix behavior with race. Saving money is a white behavior. Thinking logically is a white thing. Thinking about cause and effect, that's white culture. No, I'm not playing this game. It's either good or bad. That's it. Because they try to disrupt the pattern recognition. If I recognize, hey, a group of people do one particular action and another group of people do another particular action, I shouldn't expect them to have both sides have the same results. I expect them to have different results. And then when I see one side complaining, oh, it's because of our skin color, we're not getting the outcomes we want. And I'm looking at the other side and they're getting the outcomes that the other race is complaining about. I'm just saying, hey, just do what they're doing. Oh no, that's a white thing to do. The society should change its rules so it's better caters to what I want to do, what I'm comfortable doing. And that's what the black community is currently doing right now. That's collectivism. Instead of blaming my own individual behaviors for my outcomes, I want to blame something that we all can latch onto, aka using my race as an alibi. Biggest talking point I have. A lot of these race hustlers, a lot of these people who have the racism victim mindset, they like to use their identity as an alibi. You could put gender there, you could put race there, you could put sexual orientation there. People like to use their identity as an alibi and an excuse to absolve themselves from personal accountability. But I think I've been rambling too long. Let's get back into this because I really want to highlight a point. They use their own as cannon fodder, which is in their culture war. One that is irrelevant. You saw George Floyd is a perfect example of this this talking point. I agree with that. We can debate it. Here it is. Within hours of Ryan Carson's death, his left-wing friends set up a GoFundMe account. Look how these people do each other dirty like this, bro. Look, this shows you. If this doesn't tell you that a lot of people on the left only are in it for themselves, and this is why socialism never works. This is why communism never works. This is why these systems are so bad. Because imagine giving people like this power. Let's read the story. They didn't create this GoFundMe fund me to cover funeral costs or to help Carson's family. Instead, Carson's friends set up this GoFundMe account so that people would pay them to skip work. Let that sink in. They're using the name of their dead friend just the same way that BLM used the name of George Floyd to boost their cause for their ends. You were just a means. Oh, you were just a pawn. You were just a martyr for our ends, for our come up. That's no. Let's read it again. Carson's friends set up this GoFundMe account so people would pay them to skip work, and I think they rose like $50,000 already. Sad that instead of, oh my God, my friend, oh, he was such a good guy. He died for what he believed in. Right? When Martin Luther King died, people were crying. People were sad. I expected that kind of reaction from his friends, but nah. They use his death as a hustle to make their lives better, to make their lives easier. This is why I can't trust people like that. No morale, no morals. Using your life as a means to an end. I want to work less. Hey, let's use your death as an excuse to work less. Hey, let's use your death to raise money so I can have an easier time skipping work. Wow. Here's the pitch. And they actually wrote this on the GoFundMe. We are a collective of Ryan Carson's close friends, reeling from his brutal loss. Remember, I ain't fazed by this. This is how Democrats talk to a lot of people. They show fake compassion as long as you do what they want, so they can benefit from it. We are asking for your help on behalf of his partner in easing the burden and stress of this horrifying situation so we can have space and time to grieve. And remember Ryan. Remember Ryan. It was weird wording there. Immediate needs are to offset the cost of working class people taking time off to work to properly mourn. Not to, hey, let's send this to his family to cover funeral. Oh my, yo. They want to take a vacation, essentially. This is some sad stuff, bro. Yo. You know how pissed I would be if a close friend of mine used my death so he can use it to go on vacation and he's like, oh, I need to get my mind off it. Typical leftists, making it about themselves when in reality it's not about them. This is some narcissistic stuff, bro. And you want me to trust people like that with power? How I know you ain't gonna loot the damn treasury or tax money, raise everybody's taxes to 90%, and then you get to reap all the benefits of it. That's the kind of people that tend to be socialist. That's the socialist mindset right there. Not to take collective resources and use it for the good of the common people. No, socialists think let's take the resources from the common people, from the collective, and use it to enrich and empower ourselves. That's the leftist logic. That's socialism logic. That's communism logic. Collectivists think, hey, we should all come together, give me the power, and I decide how we all go. That's leftist. That's collectivism. This is why it don't work. This is why it goes against human nature. Human nature is like, yo, while I'm here giving you 90% of my labor, my earnings, I'm busting my ass to make this money, and you taking 90% of it, and you're not doing no work. You're just sitting on your ass because you make decisions on our behalf. And this is why socialists and communists always have to resort to violence to get the people in line, because people ain't gonna sit there and tolerate that stuff. That's extortion. No one has property rights. That's how socialists think. No one has property rights. Everything's for the collective, even your own body. Because at the end of the day, property rights is an extension of your own bodily autonomy. So imagine that. If you're a woman and you believe in my body, my choice, psych. In a socialist society, that's not a thing. You don't have any property rights. So you have no right to deny any man or nothing. No. I'm being dead serious. If a socialist said they don't believe in private property rights, the first property you're born with is your body. So they're saying you don't even have a right to your own body. That means if it means hey, all the women have to prostitute themselves out for the men so the men can keep working for the good of the society, you must do it, or else. They never tell you that though.